Yo, hey, what's up guys? I have been gone for a while. I was so sick, I couldn't even move. And if I sound a little bit weird today, I'm sorry, I'm still a little bit sick, but YouTube told me that you gotta produce videos or the algorithm is gonna eat you. So I was sick, but there was one thing I was able to do, check the market for my soul stones. And it finally happened. Yes, Marius was there, now I have a 6-star. And in today's video, I want to kind of show you why you want the 6-star, why you want the Marius, because he is a monster of a champion. Since I had the 5-star before, then he was good. But if you get the 6-star, oh, he's on another level. He is just incredibly nice. I'm going to quickly show you my stats. Of course, you maybe get other stats. That is okay. You hit max HP cap anyway in a lot of areas. Just in Chimera, it is a little bit more needed. I have the cat's gaze on him. I do have... I made him a monster on my account, basically. Here quickly the masteries. And for example, there is one thing where I was like, hey, I see the difference now. Like it was not doable for me as good as right now. I had the 5-star and I was able to do dragon. Yes, but I had to attack a little bit more often because the wave, they just didn't do what they do right now. It's just like, but bye. And yeah, next wave, of course we do some, that one champ that takes a go. I hate it, but hey, it's incredibly fast. He just uses his A2 and they are gone. That is incredible. I was like, holy moly, that is on another level. Other champions usually don't do this. I think we have a 30-second run. I think he goes up one more time. Yes, just wait for it. Go up and we get you down. Nice. Like 30 seconds, that is incredible. Like, I didn't know that it will change it so much, to be honest. Like the 5 to the 6-star, it was incredible. Just for a quick spin, spider. Let's hit it. Before, I couldn't even kill the spiderlings. It was close, really close, but I couldn't do it. And now it's just bye. Like, look at the HP, man. He's so crazy. Holy moly. But actually in Dragon and Spider, he's for example really good. In completely dungeons, he's nice. But where he shines a lot, where I think is not Hydra, it is actually Chimera. That is the spot where you actually want to go for him. And that's where we're going to take a look quickly. I'm going to not to show you a Hydra team, but I wanted to go on an area where he is like, he is the guy. I think in Dragon and Spider, there are other ways to do it really quickly. So he's not the only one. But in Chimera, he is a monster. It is like, wait, I don't have keys anymore. All right. I'm going to show you the team like this. Wait, give me a sec. Right here. Right. I need to see what you guys see quickly. All right. So that's the team. Full void. And yeah, that's what we're gonna test out. That one was a team full on auto. I wanted to first of all just press the auto button. Let's see where it goes, what kind of things you can do. And you see already 270 million damage is insanely good. That is just for an auto button really good. Was one trial. I was not so happy about that one. But for example, you got a Emic in there. Let me go to the next clip quickly. And we changed the Emic with another nude. So that one Emic spot is kind of for free. You can run your imagination, whatever you want to bring in there. But we technically just are interested in Marius, his performance. Of course, the team around it is important. And if you have a better team around them, it's obviously going to be better for you. But what can he do by himself? I'm always curious about the 5 turns at the beginning. How high can you go already? On max HP hitters, that is usually a good kind of thing that you can see because the damage will not change too much. They just hit max HP, they don't get higher damage over time or something, and the 5 turns are already kind of a good thing to see where it can go. Like for example, a ninja, he will stack up his damage. You gotta wait a long time till you actually see the good damage. But yeah, Marius is just going in there like from 1.3 to 1.5 million hits. That is incredible. And this team is kind of a really nice one because it's gonna reset Marius almost the whole time. Every time he's gonna have his turn. Okay, not every time, but I think like 85% of the fight was for me. I gonna get my max HP skill because I have Emic and Lamassu. Emic is obviously gonna reset Lamassu, so she gets her turn earlier. And when you do it in the right way, where you use, for example, right there, okay, we used A3, A2, but if you just use the A2 without the A3 and then the Emic comes in, resets one time, you get his skill back. While Lamassu has a lesser turn counter on it already. So she can go and reset him faster. And Raka, oh hell, like she's a really nice champ. But what do we got? Almost 40 million damage. It's incredible for the first change that is, yeah, it's a whole nother world, to be honest. Marius, when he gets the 6-star, you put Crushing Rent on him. He's night and day. That is kind of, it's ridiculous. But it feels nice if you get that. I read it for months and I hated it. I was frustrated about it. Every day I didn't see Marius, I was telling to myself, give me the Marius in here. But the team also can do some trials in here. For example, we got Emic. We can get an unkillable out there. We can actually hit that one. I think my first go in was not really giving me a lot of trials. I think I just get the accuracy trial done this time, but later on I do 2 times more. And yeah, there's not too much to talk about it here because we want to get the unkillable on Marius and then we can hit, and it's kind of our goal. We can kind of reset Emic if we want to. We can reset him. We can kind of we can reset Marius, then we're gonna make him sacrifice, and we're gonna just pick him up with our reviver because our reviver can be reset also. It's kind of a nice refreshing team in here, and the secret about it is resistance. For real, resistance in here makes it so much easier. You can even run this on auto because when you don't have any debuffs, Lamassu will always reset our Marius. And of course, it's not timed in the perfect way that sometimes he has a skill ready already and then he's getting the reset, but it's landing always on him, so it is audible like that because we have resistance. We don't get any debuffs. We're not gonna do this we're not gonna watch the whole thing again because this is just a damage sponge. We just reset Marius and nobody dies. It's kind of actually really nice. Now, there are some tricks in here that are really nice to know. If you use Emic, you can just use Taunt when the A2 is about to happen on the boss. And that is the most threatening hit about him. Everything else is kind of meh. But the A2 can kind of, I think it was like he attacks one guy, single target. If he crits 3 times, I think it's a triple hitter, you're dead. And if he kills you, he overflows the damage and put it on other champions also. And many times my actually reviver got killed too. Like for example, Marius gets killed and then Raka gets killed. Game over. But if you use the unkillable skill from Emic in the right time, you should be fine. So, let's skip a little bit. Like this is kind of boring. Yes. Alright, we are on the 106 million already. Oh man, he is crazy. Alright, and since we do have resistance on this boss, his first initial attack will not steal our buffs. Most of the time I don't even get any poisons or something, so it should be fine. We have Lydia in there, we can get the block active skills out there, so he's actually not gonna do any super nastiness, what he usually does. We can get some trials in here done, but I actually I didn't do my trial game in the best way. I could have done so much more, but I just didn't take notice. Sometimes I'm still a little bit sick, and sometimes it was, hey, put decrease attack out there, and I just didn't put decrease attack out there because I just didn't realize. And yeah, Lamassu is actually not gonna do A1s pretty often, just rarely. And so it was kind of just not happening for me. But yeah, damage 162. It's nice, you know. But yeah, also in here, the team is so stable that everything is kind of boring. Like, yeah, of course, you need some stats. We will talk about the stats what I have on those champs. But yeah, the concept about the team is just nice. And also, guys, I have, what's the name? Lamassu, Marius, Lydia, combined with 2 other rares. I have a video about it. that can do, it was a nightmare. I get that one. Don't you worry, I understand. But it shows how crazy good the three guys are together. Raka and Emic, they could be replaced. They could be a Siphi, it could be another Pythion, it could be like instead of the Raka, but of course we would take something that gives us the most benefit. But maybe on your account you can just use someone else because you don't have it. You can use Duchess, you can use something that's just gonna revive, and the other spot is kind of for a heal or support kind of thing, because you still, what you wanna get out of Raka and Emic is gonna be like in the spots of them, is gonna be a revive, a heal. And then your team is already stable, but however you're gonna get that together, it's kind of up to you. Maybe your reviver does the heal already, like a Elva, and you should be fine. No problem about that one. And then you have a fourth spot where you can use the Newt or whoever you wanna gonna take. 200 million damage already. It's kind of insane. So, and last time the Sponge. Let's go, 369 million damage. And of course we got some trials done in here. That is kind of nice, but it could also be a little bit more, I get that. But the team damage rise is amazingly good. Like that feels amazingly good. Let's talk about the stats. Raka. First of all, we are still trying to get more layers of protection. The protection set does nothing on Marius. It will not increase your damage. The only thing that it's gonna do is that you, for example, when you get your buff stolen or removed, because RNG, we have resistance in this team, but then still we got a layer of, hey, he didn't actually steal my buffs because it was protected. But I was thinking about making like a Relentless or 9-piece Merciless or something, because the passive of her is kind of nice. Like you get 10% turn meter every time she takes a turn. When she takes more turns, nice. So protection, and we got the stats like this. 340 speed, I know. That's what you want to get on the end. That's why you play. We're not here to play just little games. We're trying to get good stuff, you know? And then we have the resistance. Keep in mind that Lamassu is in your team, and she will decrease the resistance requirements. She also will decrease the accuracy requirements. Why I wouldn't completely skip Lamassu's accuracy and Lydia's accuracy, because you kind of want to get that out first turn when the resistance and everything is not that down. But you can skip resistance 100%. If you the first time you come around, you get your buff stolen and everything, it should be still fine, because you're gonna go a little bit later on the full resistance track. Maybe you get your Marius buff stolen or something, but hey, who cares? It's just the first turn. Later on, you will actually benefit about like getting resistance. So usually it's like 420 resistance. I think you gotta check the optimizer again if you really want to know. But yeah, it's like 500 something usually, but you can decrease it by 100. And yes, that's about her. Like, I don't even have a relic. I should actually turn on the book. Do I have another book? I don't have another book. Yeah, but the book that gives you more turn meter and stuff, like, yeah, that is kind of nice. We do have emergency heal. I don't actually know why. I think I just took something. There's not many things that make sense since I don't have accuracy. I cannot use Brimstone. I have War Master and Life Drinker, so I can heal like a little bit with just A1s and stuff. He doesn't do her A1s too often, but just a little bit. Why not? So, Lamassu. Nice. One of the secret... No, it's not secret, like everybody uses her now, but she is just amazing. Try to get her. Get in a guild that you actually do sieges. And yeah, I have her on a Merciless and Reflex because it's just that good. Like, it's amazingly good to get her skills back more often. Then we get Emic in the same team. Then you saw the damage, and that's due to having so much reset skills. The stats are like this, 281 speed. Of course, you gotta still do the crit damage and defense tuning, because you still don't want to get your Raka, for example, killed by the Ram form. But it's kind of obvious. And I think we actually are good players all in here, so I think that is a thing that you know already. And yes, we got like accuracy and resistance. I think the accuracy is maybe a little bit, I don't know, but it was... I live with the thing that I go into the fight and maybe I have like a 9% chance that the boss is going to resist, but if the boss is going to resist the first time, I'm just going to restart the run. No problem. Like at the first moment, I don't actually care when I have to restart. And yes, the book, yes, really nice. Like that is what you should use. Like even with that gemstone, even on Raka, that would be probably more beneficial. We got Brimstone because she has the accuracy. And the masteries are like this. We need a little bit more accuracy in here because like Merciless and Reflex is not so easy to get, and I get it, but even like with not 400 speed Merciless and stuff, you can still do something amazing. Like you saw, like it was 280 speed. Masteries, we have all went through them. Let's go on Lydia. I think the team incomplete. This is a Marius showcase, but also the whole team is in general really nice. Also on her, we have the extra layer of protection. You don't need it. You can go with just resistance and maybe sometimes get the 3%. It could be possible, but I just went for it, so just nothing goes wrong, and yeah, something like this. And we have around 300 speed. We have the accuracy. We have the resistance, while the maybe a little bit low, but again, Lamassu is going to decrease that anyway, and if it goes wrong in the first turn, I don't care, I restart. And yes, no relic in here. God damn, what did I do? I could even get more out of it to have a bigger number, so more people are like, yeah, Bronko, you're the king, woo, you did it. But yeah, you know what I mean, put the book in there. And yeah, cruelty is, not so, probably I should put Brimstone on her now, because I use Emic in cruelty. Masteries are like this. We have a lot of shields from Emic and Raka is going to heal us. So yeah, we don't need like Life Drinker and stuff. Who else it was in there? Marius. God damn it, come on. Who didn't I show you already? Emic. Yes, he will be in there, and he's also in a Reflex Merciless set because it's just that great. That's why you want to farm it, because it's just that amazing. And if you can do it, you should do it, yes. So Merciless and stuff. And I have 307 speed, while I have the resistance. Accuracy is not needed on him because we don't actually have something that places something. We do have, in this special case, the Faction Wars Relic in here because it actually can give you an extra turn if you used a skill. Like you have a skill on cooldown, you use A1 for example, you can get an extra turn, and that's what he is there for. You use A2, A1, 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 A2, and you know what I mean. So he can get an extra turn, and yeah, that's how we get even more resets. Cruelty is on here, it's a 5-star. I choose him because the most stars should have Cruelty, because yeah, it will increase your damage. It doesn't matter which damage, either you use Marius or like Ninja or something. So, and Masteries, I don't actually have something on here, it's kind of weird, but hey, it works, whatever. And at the last, let's talk about Marius like a little bit deeper. Like, of course, mine is stacked. He has Slayer, but you can use Merciless. That is sometimes even better because you get your skill, even by him, resetted. So sometimes when you actually just gonna use an A1 because you're forced to, then you could just do A2 because of the Merciless. And yeah, defense is really trash. Don't even care about defense too much. Like, hey, if you get, okay, if you just have 500 defense, maybe not, okay? But like, defense is not really much worth on your Marius. Then we have around 270 speed, 414 crit damage. I know it's high, but that's what you want. Everybody wants that. If you don't have it, then go for it. Get it. And yes, that's kind of, we got 9p Slayer. And yes, the Cat's Gaze is level 15. Keep that in mind. But hey, if you have the Cat's Gaze, you should level it up. Yes. And yeah, for the gemstone, when using multi-hit, like you hit a couple times, you ignore more defense. I have it 2 times. I use it 2 times. And the 10% more damage in dungeons are not working for him. But it was on the Cat's Gaze, for example, for my Phoenix, because then I can just put that thing on my Phoenix and you should be fine. Like, it actually does something. And there was nothing else that can actually benefit Marius, so I just kept it in there. Boss Crushing Rent, that is magic. That is just out of this world. And Masteries, again, like this. Helm Smasher, again, to put even more ignore defense out there. And he will ignore a lot of defense. About support and defense, I actually don't know what is the best. Maybe, like, if you go in Arena and something, your defense and or support tree is a little bit different. Yes, I get that. But I wasn't actually too sure about it. And yes, that will be about it. Finally, I'm done with my awkward voice right now. But I want to come in with a banger. And Marius, 6-star, totally he's a banger. And if you didn't know yet already, kind of now you know. But yeah, subscribe if you haven't done already. Like the video, and yeah, have a nice day.